Hello, everybody. Welcome. Jamaica Politics Uncovered. How are you? It's been a while on this channel. I've decided to come and spend the evening with you guys. And we're going to start talking over here a little bit more often. I haven't abandoned here, guys. Sometimes you just have to switch up the thing, stuff like that. Anyway, for those of you who are just joining this platform for the first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Guys, as you come on, just hit the like button and try to share the content with somebody. We have some very interesting topics here tonight to talk about, guys. And I'm hoping that you will join in and listen in, and we'll see what happens going forward. Because a whole heap of little thing are going on, guys. And if you have not joined the university, because we graduated, we've gone over Jamaica Politics University. That's where we've been for a while. So if you have not joined our university, please come on over and subscribe over there. Make sure you subscribe here too. That way, no matter where we are, whether we're inside of the university or we just come out here in a casual form, you get the content either way. So make sure you subscribe to both channels. Now, make we see who they here. Miss Avis, I haven't seen you in a while. Wow. Miss Joanne, welcome back as usual. We see the usual suspects, them. Mr. John Black. Yes. Welcome. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Yeah, man, we have a few things to talk about. Maxine. Good to see you, Maxine. Thank you for joining. So, guys, we must hear the news by now. We must hear the news by now. The Integrity Commission put out a report, and the report, according to them, it was misread by the mainstream media, and in particular, they named Nationwide and the Jamaica Gleaner. And if you have not heard my upload about who is to be blamed for the confusion on the channel Jamaica Politics University, please check it out and you will hear the full lowdown on, how I feel about it and things like that. But may I just give you some bits and pieces. So first, the Integrity Commission came out last year and them say that they were investigating 6 parliamentarians. This year, in their final report, about 272 pages, in the final report, when the media, mainstream media, that's why I'm telling us that people done with mainstream media at Jamaica, them start to listen to YouTube and credible people or whatever them preferences are. Because the mainstream media, as I've been saying for a while, is that they're part of the problem in the country. The mainstream media read the most recent report and told the nation that it's not 6 people under investigation, it's 2. So everybody are confused. I know people are saying, wait, how the opposition are run up and down? The Rise United opposition are run up and down about illicit 6. And wanna say a 2 now and a 6 no more? Is it egg on them face? Let me just play a little clip for you of, how the Rise United opposition rode this so-called illicit 6 wave for the last year. Here it is.
For talk. They're just here to trick the people. Wise up. You know what the truth is. The stinking truth, as Senator Floyd Morris called it. And there's more stinking truth to come out. Because we want to know who are the 6 members of parliament who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. Don't hide it. Tell it on your wholeness. I know, say you know who them.
Me can't listen to this madman much longer, guys. Because this man I look like say him a lose his mind right there. So I like politicians who are composed and who If you want to yell, yell for the right reason. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, as one can see, the anger and he's fuming, the illicit six and Andrew Holness. So may I say to myself, say, well, Andy, is it that the Integrity Commissioner tell Mark Golden, say Andrew Holness know who they are and leak out information? But no, because the Integrity Commission came out and said they didn't hold any conversation with anybody. They haven't said anything further than just to say that they were investigating 6 people last year. Also, they said that the misinformation that is out there about illicit too, that's not true. They're saying that in addition to the 6 that was reported last year, they have an addition of 2 more parliamentarians, which brings the total number of investigation to 8 parliamentarians. So guys, let me know if me last or so far. Let me know if you understand what me I say so far if you last. Let us check the comments. Let me know if you last. Is 8 people the Integrity Commission say under investigation? Now the question that I asked initially about who is responsible for the spirit of confusion that is happening. Because the Integrity Commission, them say them a blame. Not really, them not say them a blame. But the way them attack, like them a say, the mainstream media, clearly they misread the report. But the Integrity Commission, they have to take some of the responsibility. Thank you, Miss Winsome and Miss Joanne. Yes, you understand. All right, cool. Miss Janelle, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, man. So, want to tell me if you don't agree with this. The Integrity Commission, if them all come tell the country last year, say them have 6 people under investigation, don't them supposed to finish up that the investigation before then come back again, come tell the people them say with them have 2 more people that investigate, and I say you do it. And then the next thing too, as I said in my video on the other channel, the way that the Integrity Commission needs to function where investigations are concerned, they don't need to tell the country they're investigating anybody. Do like the FBI. You not hear about investigation until they've completed it, and they're not coming to tell you who they were investigating and found nothing. They're coming to tell you who they investigated and what they found, where guilty people are concerned. So the Integrity Commission, they are a major part of the confusion. Also, are you telling me that in Jamaica, let us say that one of the media houses then, whether Nationwide or Gleaner, call them the Integrity Commission name out. Let us say that one of them read the report and them never too sure what them it read say. Only enough he say them should have can take up their phone and call the integrity people. They must say, listen, may I read the reporting about, may I see 2 people under investigation. Is this right? What happened to the previous 6 people then? Me don't know if the mainstream media have that privilege to pick up their phone and reach out to the commissioners and talk to them. That's crazy to me. But their credibility is facing some serious scrutiny right now. Because all of this balling out, where this mania I do over the last year about illicit 6. You see, him a tell them say they want him want report and Andrew Holness know who. Andrew Holness know who them. Oh, Andrew Holness should know who them. The only way Andrew Holness should know who them is unless the Integrity Commission tell Andrew Holness. And if you see the release from the Integrity Commission, they said we haven't said anything further than the fact that we're investigating so many people. So Mark Golden is lying. The Integrity Commission know they cannot operate that way. They can't tip off the Prime Minister and tell the Prime Minister who them are investing. They can't do that. So Mark Golan is lying on the Prime Minister. Pretty simple. So the Integrity Commission now must understand they don't need to be reporting to the people or to the country or to nobody that they're investigating. What they need to do is do their job, complete their investigation, and come with a report. We've seen this play out before, where in the FBI, which they don't practice doing what the Integrity Commission do. They work in silence. And when everything done, them come tell it where it go. Only remember the former FBI agent, very tall man named Comey. Only remember how Donald Trump pressured that man to come out, come talk if Hillary was under investigation. Remember, all in America, we know the FBI and them not operate so. And through them don't want to be accused by liar people. Then come out, come say Hillary under investigation. So here goes Donald Trump. Lock her up. Lock her up. Me no want to see what happened to him now. At the end of the investigation after the election, and that probably had something to do with part of why Hillary lost the election. But at the end of the investigation, when it was completed, the FBI said Hillary did not do anything criminal. Under normal circumstances, they would not have done that. But these are the things that you create when you call yourself an investigative body and you come out prematurely talking. There's no talking to be done until you've completed your investigation. And when you've completed it, then you can say to the nation and to the public, we investigated these 2 people, these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever people, and we found them to be in trouble with the law, and these are the charges. But one question I want to ask tonight, why is it that the same Integrity Commission, they did an investigation into Ian Hills, one of the PNP MP caretaker, and they said that they were recommending charges for Ian Hills, by criminal charges by the police. And Mark Golding completely ignored that. And he has Ian Hills as one of the vice presidents of the PNP, and also he has him as MP caretaker. And if you look at the things that Ian Hills is accused of, you would wonder to yourself, is this the same Mark Golding trying to talk about integrity? What a spirit of confusion. It's not making sense. Guys, I just want to ask you a question tonight. I want you to answer me that question here. Honestly. You feel like say a Jamaican could have lead England as Prime Minister? Give me a second, make a plug in this device. I come in. Yeah, guys. Wanna talk to me? Wanna feel like say a Jamaican? Whether them born in Britain or them born somewhere in the Commonwealth. Wanna feel like say a Jamaican could have take up themselves and say them are run for Prime Minister? Me attack one Jamaican who look like me and Unu, you know. With African features and them something there. Them the kind of Jamaican me attack. And like I said, it doesn't matter whether they're born in Jamaica, whether they're born in England, or whether they're born in another Commonwealth. Don't you think that can happen in Britain? Unu will live in England, you tell me. Unu will live in England. Not at all, somebody says. Good night, moderator. Good night. Never. Only in our dream. You must be getting off your rockers. It's absurd to even think that. But too bad. In America, because Mark Golding got talk say, people want him to give up in British citizenship and Obama never give up in Kenyanship. And me, we live in America. Me never know say Obama might have Kenyanship, but the only somebody will talk so Donald Trump. So Mark Golding was secretly a Trump supporter, listening to Trump, talking about some Obama don't born in America. So him take up Trump talking point because him and him look alike. And I come talk about say Obama didn't have to give up his Kenyanship. Obama not a Kenyanship. The man born in America, grew in America. So for Mark Golding take up Trump talking point, we already know what time it is. When we see him all up shackles, you know, all up shackles of a big stone head, you know, never care in the world how this look to England, America, or nobody in Jamaica, you know, care. So I know they not care about people, you know. Him lie like Trump, and him take up Trump talking point. That means say him a walker, say him a PNP when silently him is a Trump supporter. That is crazy to me. I agree with you now. Those of you who say a Jamaican will look like PJ Patterson or anyone with African features, you will never see that happen in England. Maybe nowhere in Europe for that matter. No, I don't think it will happen. So how is it that Mark Golding in Jamaica, who bought the PNP for $10 million, I'm not arguing with nobody about that. I tell you no. And he can never deny that because KD Knight called him out on it. And he did not come to the people in a normal way like any politician would do in Jamaica. So he had to promise the people $10 million seat here. KD Knight blasts Rise United's Golding for suspicious fundraising scheme. That's when he told the PNP workers that I am going to give you $10 million in a trust fund for hard times if you want to elect me leader. In a sense, vote buying. That's what it is. And I want to tell you, I haven't said it over here to you people, but in the hurricane era just passed, you have PNP workers who them lose them roof, they host this, them want look at that. And them a reach out to me and ask me, say how can they get in touch with Mark Golding to get a little help from the $10 million? I tell them, say them get scam. A scam them get. Mark Golding not show them no paperwork, say them have $10 million put on for them. And $10 million a little bit of money. How much worker PNP have? No must be 3,500 worker. $10 million can share for so much people. We come up on hard times. And post-COVID, everybody they on hard times. I told them they got scammed. Mr. Ono sell on a vote and ono get scam. I sell on a vote, you never vote for the man because the man come telling us him can lead something or him love uno or love the country. He offered you up some money to vote for him, and you said yeah. So you got scammed. Which Jamaican could have got England could do that? Which Jamaican? None. First of all, you go over England and try to do that with their electoral system, whether it be an internal election or general election. A prison you're gone because that is election fraud and all kind of fraud. Where is the vote by illegal in Jamaica? We have to go look on that the law there. We have to go look on that the law there. Here Dayton Campbell, me play make on here. Here Dayton Campbell tell the workers them say a vote buying, vote for Marcus, him can buy more vote. See it,
on election day when you go there, you know everybody asks about money. Look here. Are some people right there saying I room now? I go want money if you vote this everything.
This is what these people are about. And I don't know about you guys, but I find it highly offensive that a man like Mark Golding can come in Jamaica and openly do what he could not do in his country where his root is. And I say England is his root because his mother and father both born there. And that's where him uncle and him extended family them come from. So my root is in Jamaica and in Africa. So that's not to say I didn't say that to be discriminatory toward him. I'm just stating the fact and stating the truth. But to see him in a Jamaica do things when couldn't get away with in England, I find that highly offensive. That's undermining my country and what they stand for. Guys, please give the live a thumbs up for me. Thank you very much. So, no, the question, can a Jamaican lead England? No. No. Just no. Worse if them born outside. Worse if them born outside of England. Remember, they need visa for go there, you know. And them have to apply for all kind of thing to get stay. My uncle lives in England. I have two uncles in England. One of them went over there during the Windrush something. And he was one of them who would talk out and go on bad. Because the man there at England for all long and him go on Windrush and them are tell him about stay and this and that and one back a problem. Him good now still. But he was one of them who was featured in the documentary about Windrush. Worked all his life over there. Pay him taxes. How my uncle could have run for prime minister over there, so. I'm black like me, you know. So why is it that in a Jamaica, Mark Golding not represent not even 1% of the population? In a no way, shape, or form, whether socio-economic, whether talk the people them language, whether understand the people and the culture and the history and respect it. You see, if Mark Golding respect the history, I never got all of the shackles of a big stone head. That's the first thing. I don't want to go down in that. I just say, can a Jamaican lead England? No. So Mark Golding should come in a Jamaica, but he want to lead Jamaica. He doesn't have what it takes. Doesn't have what it takes. Pretty simple. On to the next topic real quick. I want to show you something. I want to show you say, you see the people that follow PNP today, who are mostly Rise United people, them guys. When I tell you say they don't, I not joke, you know. Man, I laugh. I not laugh about it, and I would never laugh about it. I had an encounter today with one of them on Facebook. of a Gleaner page. And it was about the hurricane. So the Gleaner posted this, and I say, 80,000 customers are still without power, with JPS and stuff. So me go comment underneath it and say, 500,000 people in Texas are still without power, which is true. 500,000 people without power. So here, one of the risers, them know. Their population is 30 million. Then here, one another riser now. Exactly, her comment is pointless. Wanna listen good enough? All I say is that 500,000 people in Texas now have no power. And the woman ever say the population of Texas are 30 million. And the boy have agree with her. No make we do look at maths here, so. This was my response. The population does not matter, and it doesn't. Hold on there, guys. Give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. So, I said the population does not matter, and it doesn't. It's how many people and customers lost power, power restored, and who not get back power, right? Now, in Texas, yes, the population is 30 million, but it's only 9% of the entire population lost power. That is only 2.7 million people who lost power, and 500,000 are still without power of the 2.7 million. So 2.2 million restored and 500,000 don't restored. That not nothing to do with the 30 million people that live there now. In Jamaica, 60% of JPS customers lost power, which they reported to be 692,000. Over 90%, or around 90%, are restored. Last time JPS reported, which was 612,000. Only 80,000 is without, right, guys? So, yes, you say the population has nothing to do with it. And I can't talk, because I'm a math somebody. Good math somebody. Me have to brag about that, because is a math somebody. Now, why doesn't the population matter? I could talk about Jamaica. The population of Jamaica are 3 million people. According to JPS data, the 90% were restored at 692,000. No, sorry. The 60% of people who lose for 692, right? And then say 612 restored and 80,000 don't restored. So when you add up that now at 692,000. Now, the other 30%, the other 40%, I'm sorry. The other 40%, because 60% of them customers lose power. So the other 40%, that is not even a half of Jamaica's population. Remember in Jamaica, some people live off the grid, Me have family members in Jamaica, where they are off the, when we say off the grid, not even light they're not using, Near the cockpit country, Them people that work with daylight and solar energy, I have other people in Jamaica where bridge light and them not add up as part of GPS data. You understand, guys? So what does the population has to do with it? And a 3 million customer, and a 3 million customers, they have our 3 million household. So I say this to say, The voters in a Jamaica are anyway supposed to be an educated people. You know, forget a degree neither. But these things are basic. This is basic knowledge, basic maths, like primary school stuff. You don't have to have a PhD in mathematics to understand. And you see, these people, and I'm not going to be shy to call them dunce, because of them can run up in my comment. You understand? And of them first always want to come in an argument with people, and then dunce. Call look there. Telling me that Texas has 30 million. That not nothing to do with it. Zero. Because Beryl hit Texas as at a category 1. So out of the 30 million people, a 2.7 million lose power. And if you have any mathematical question to ask, it's gonna have to do with who lose power, who no lose power. How much percentage lose power? How much percentage don't lose power? How much percentage left to get back power? Them the question they are gonna ask. The only time you need to know the population is unless somebody ever asks you, say, how much of the population lose power, which is pretty simple. All you have to do is subtract the amount of people in will lose power. But it's not a population question. We're just saying how many people lost power. And this is somebody who come and talk about the population like they want to compare the 30 million people at Texas with the 3 million at Jamaica, which that Lord I must say, I found that so funny, guys. But me I said to myself, say, look at that. Them the people they know where support Mark Golden. No, you see, don't always follow don't you know, come in follow don't you know. And 80% and 90% according to JPS. See it here, I can show you. It says the Jamaica Public Service has indicated that about 80,000 customers are still without power following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, which caused extensive damage to electrical infrastructure a week ago. In its latest update, the company said power had been restored to about 90%, or 612,000, of the total customer base of 692,000. You understand, guys? So, what them I go say now? What them I try say now? They want to undermine JPS, by saying that, well, Texas has 30,000 people, so they're doing better than us, or we should have do better than them, something like that. When it doesn't matter how many people are in the population. It's really about how many lost power and how many got it back. Very simple. Now, if they want to go and do that, the maths they know. Them already know, say, JPS have 10% of people who still not have power. Now, all them have to go do, I go on over Texas and go look over Texas and find out what percentage of the 2.7 million now have no power. Or ask themselves, what percentage is 500,000 of 2.7 million? That's about 9%. So they're kind of the same, really. So the population doesn't matter. I think I told him. A 9% now. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Oh, 9% of the entire population lost power. But anyway, guys, I just say that to say that these people, they're ridiculous. They're finding every reason, and them are the only one where I do this. Me personally feel like say JPS is doing a darn good job comparing to the magnitude hurricane that we had. To have the power 90% restored within a week, they've done good. Me not tell a lie. They've done very well. But them people them want to undermine JPS. I may always say Jamaica need JPS need competition in a Jamaica. But me have to give them props now because they did good. Compared to a big place like Texas. They did good, but them are people I walk around and make mischief on JPS. And they don't people, them I follow them. I try to bring down JPS. But JPS I stand up for themselves because I say JPS I put out things on social media and make them know say where I work and where I do work. And where I get back the people them power on. You understand, guys? So them are people just desperate, you know. That is all. Anyway, let me thank you guys for joining. All who not over the university, Jamaica Politics University, when you come over there and can subscribe. But me go over here so look regular now. But when you can subscribe so that's when you not miss none of the content. You understand, guys? Now, while I'm here, for those of you who have not been following the conversation about the dual allegiance, dual citizenship in the parliament, I don't know how I feel already about the constitutionality of it. And since everybody with legal knowledge and everybody with legal background then come out and talk and say the constitution is clear, which is that those who are holding dual allegiance in the parliament, they're in violation of the constitution. There's no argument about that. No argument about it. Because once you can read, you gotta just understand. It's very simple. So since then, guys, we have seen Matu Samuda, senator from the government side, him say him going to renounce Fimon because him have English citizenship and him never come out and argue and war with nobody. Him just say him going to renounce. He was the first one. Mark Golding at the NEC meeting last week Sunday or week before last, me no remember. Them pressure him. Remember PJ come talk and basically say Mark Golding for go and go renounce. He never said that in those words, but basically I saw that him say. So at the NEC, Mark Golding come say, well, me no really want to bring the party, no problem with the candidate them are rare, so me go renounce. You know, say me go renounce because I love Jamaica and pick Jamaica, you know. Him take 2 months and say me come renounce. Now, listen, I am not going to be one to force no man to renounce or for love Jamaica. Right? We're not supposed to do that. If somebody asks me tomorrow morning, say, if you have 2 choices to make right now, whether to pick Jamaica, your Jamaica passport, or your American passport, which one you going to pick? You don't have to ask me that twice. Me I go pick Jamaica. Comes what may. If those are my only 2 options and I have to make that decision, me now wait a week, me now wait 2 weeks straight. I just write this up. Me I go pick Jamaica. But him say I forgot talk to God and him listen to everybody and one heap of rigmarole. Now when the lawyers them in the country, including PJ, come down upon him and say, look here, nobody with that. Don't come here so come violate because we can't violate England. He say I gonna do it 2 months later and then Julia now, who is also a British citizen, him say him going to do it too. But it's so ironic that the 2 most powerful positions, you know, a prime minister, and finance. And in the opposition, the two most powerful position is the opposition leader and the shadow spokesperson and finance. And for the first time in the history of Jamaica, we are seeing in an opposition where the opposition leader and shadow spokesperson and finance, both of them have British allegiance or dual allegiance. Well, the two of them said them going to renounce, but we're not seeing no paperwork yet. But no, renunciation. Now, guys, I'm going to call our correspondent tonight. Well, call this. You know the routine, you know the drill. All of who there will be over the university. And if you're not there over the university, please come over there and subscribe. But that's how we do it over there. We have a good correspondent, long-time radio correspondent in Jamaica. Liz, everybody know her because she used to talk at every radio station and them something there. So we're going to call her right now, make sure we are in on the Integrity Commission issue first. And then we will build up from there. But before that, let me just see if there's anything else I wanted to show you guys. Me never ever come over here so tonight, guys. But my spirit is telling me to come over here. So I say, all right, no problem. I'll come over here and start talk a little bit more. Because, oh gosh, guys, me have to show you this. Before me call this, me have to show you this. Guys, would you believe, say, me know you probably see the news already. Would you believe, say, one man, a Jamaica, one taxi man. At first, me see this in my life. Me driving a one taxi already with 13 people. But and at the night, I may never have no choice. Right? But me never see this yet in a broad daylight. One taxi man at Jamaica, I go load up in taxi and put one lady for sit down in the driver's seat. And then him sit down on the lady lap a drive. For Jesus. Guys, wanna listen to this.
Moments later.
Afternoon, one and all, afternoon the nation. I'm Calvin Cameron, the driver that was in the viral video, being sitting in a passenger's lap, which it was a careless and reckless act. I'm here with the Transport Authority. I'm apologizing to the nation. I'm letting you all know this is not a regular occurrence and this is something that will never happen again. So I'm apologizing to one and I'm apologizing to all. Please accept my apology.
Guys, you never seen nothing like this yet. Papa Jesus. No, sir. Then look here. Yes, I mean, I am of the position, that this man is not supposed to get back no license in Jamaica. I don't care what nobody wants to say, This man is not supposed to get back no farm of license for driving in Jamaica. But feel like so them need to send him up a Bellevue for go do a mental evaluation. But him alone for go Bellevue, You see the woman who make the taxi man sit down in her lap and drive? You see the people them sit down in the taxi and see the man do this and not come out of the taxi? The whole of them for just drive go up a Bellevue and don't come back out. Like, seriously. No, this can't real. Me like how the police them make him apologize to the nation, but me can't see this a man have sound mind. I go do that. Put the woman, in the driver's seat, and sit down in the woman lap, and I drive the car, right? Maybe if you sit down and make a woman sit down on a female lap and drive, but next thing you say, feel up a woman and then sit there. So maybe that's why I'm sitting down in the woman lap. But that worse. No, so I can't about that. Jamaica people, when you tough and stress you out, no man. Oh, this. No, sir. He not forget about no license. Him not forget about no license. Me not care what nobody want to say. This can't real. So the police, they make him apologize. He must have to pay one fine and get back license if he go drive. Me say the people them will sit down in the taxi and make the man do this and see the man do it, And then them a record and them see him on video, You know how dangerous that could have turned out? You sit down on somebody lap a drive. Why me I tell you something, I have to take some bad thing next man.
Moments later.
Afternoon, one and all, afternoon, the nation. I'm Calvin Cameron, the driver that was in the viral video, being sitting in a passenger.
Moments later.
Afternoon, one and all, afternoon, the nation. I'm Calvin Cameron, the driver that was in the viral video, being sitting in a passenger's lap, which it was a careless and reckless act. I'm here with the Transport Authority. I'm apologizing to the nation. I'm letting you all know.
Sir, me no want you nothing from you, yeah, man. You take a joke too far. Me no want you nothing from you. This apology not enough. It don't enough to me. This is a very dangerous thing. This is not prank. I'm not prank. A serious something. Let me tell you something. One night, I was on vacation and I was turning in my rental car to my friend in Mandeville. So, after you turn in the rental car, you take back a taxi, go back at your destination. So, I take a taxi from Mandeville, go down in a Christiana. Now, at 2 taxi, late at night, I tell about 10:30, so, I know them time that if you not catch your last vehicle, you go sleep in the market. Couple of years ago, the last taxi where I left, figure where me I go. Me say, God, me can't miss a taxi, because I miss a taxi, I miss my flight a morning. One of the deported taxi them, You see when the man done load up a taxi, I know say I'm last trip that for the night. Guys, at 13 people in the taxi, me not joke. 4 up front, about 6 at back, and couple round at the trunk part. And me every time the man make a turn, me a pray, because remember say the road them dark. Remember you turn and, one little mistake. Every time I let off somebody, I say thank God. Because the taxi I get lighter and lighter. But if you sit down in a passenger lap for drive, you know what? Move on. Move on. I want to big up the United States of America. Because them really are coming with the assistance, the disaster relief assistance. The Navy is in Jamaica. And I know that some other people like Food for the Poor partnered with the Marleys and, Leaching and NCB, them open up the fund. They launched the Disaster Recovery Fund, which I donated to day before yesterday. Because I said I have to find one way for try help, guys. So I encourage people to go and donate to it. If you look on the community board on the other channel, you will see where the website is. And it's a very secure website, So I made a donation on behalf of our platform. And I'm hoping that, I know that, I don't have to just hope. I know that Jamaica is going to recover better and stronger, right? Gilbert was a much more catastrophic event. And remember, hundreds of people died. The death rate in Jamaica for this storm, I think accounted for 4 people. But nonetheless, it's still going bad, even though it never met a landfall. So This is the status of the foreign aid that we're getting now.
$2.5 million in hurricane relief from the United States government. Jamaica is receiving even more assistance in the form of hospital supplies and more as part of the U.S. Navy's continuing Promise mission. Courtney Lewis was aboard the vessel for this report.
Following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, which resulted in billions of dollars in damage, Jamaica is now receiving foreign assistance. Continuing Promise. That's the name and mission of the United States Navy deployment that dropped anchor in Kingston on Tuesday, donating items in excess of $14,000 to the Princess Margaret Hospital in St. Thomas and the Maxfield Park Health Center in Kingston. Lieutenant Junior Grade Christina Hale of the U.S. Navy shares the mission, designed to provide medical aid across countries in the Caribbean and Latin America, is now most impactful in light of unprecedented Hurricane Beryl.
Absolutely. So a lot of the donations came from non-federal entities. So that's NGOs, think tanks that are partners with Southern Command, U.S. Southern Command. And those donations include hospital beds, tarps. It also includes desks for schools and chairs, various disaster relief equipment that people would need, and also more exactly like we said, like hospital equipment as well.
In addition to medical supplies, the mission will facilitate construction projects, veterinary care, and training in collaboration with the Jamaica Defense Force for medical personnel to provide patient care across Kingston. Director of Emergency Disaster Management and Special Services in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Nicole Dawkins-Wright, received the donations.
Today's donation, especially those CPAP machines, which comes at the most opportune time post-Hurricane Beryl, testifies to the value of partnerships in public health and is a most excellent example of what can come from international cooperation in health.
Welcome back, guys. So, make we call in Lizzie now and see what Liz have to say about that something here. Because we see the people them go on, you know. It's like see the Integrity Commissioner pass on information, a report, a guilt report, final judgment and a verdict and all kind of something. Guys, me not like what politics right now. It reached one point now where you see, first of all, you see the calling up of people name on political platform. Me not endorse that, because when you go on the political platform, you're talking to the country and the world. So when you're going to go up there and call up people's name, that's so dangerous. I find that to be such a dangerous thing. And politicians of the past, they never engaged in that. But these later days politicians, the things they say publicly, the things they say on the platforms, it makes you wonder about their mental status as well. When they're promoting vote buying, when they're calling up people's name and they're not investigators or didn't receive a report from investigators, they're playing a very dangerous game. And we have seen the history of that in our politics, and we don't want to go there. And I don't like that. And the people perpetuating this, Dayton Campbell and Mark Golding, very dangerous.
On election day, when you go there, everybody asks about money. Look here, as some people right there say in our room, no, I go want money if you vote this everything.
For talk, they're just here to trick the people. Wise up. You know what the truth is. The stinking truth, as Senator Floyd Morris called it. And there's more stinking truth to come out, because we want to know who are the 6 members of parliament who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. Don't hide it. Tell it on your wholeness. I know, say you know who them.
Look pan demon, man. Me say the man look demonic in his face. I know Andrew Owen say you know. Then him know say Andrew know, and the Integrity Commission cannot produce the report. Guys, this is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. Liz. Good night, Liz. Good night. So welcome to the program, Liz. Welcome. We there talk about
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
yes. We there talk about the credibility problem that now faces in my view, that now faces the Integrity Commission. I don't know if you'll agree with that, but it sure appears so now that we see them they come out and say last year they were investigating 6 parliamentarians, comes out and says they're investigating 2 more, but the media somehow interpreted that to mean that they were investigating 2 people and not 6. So they came out and put clarity saying it's actually 8. It's 6 from last year and 2 more. So now people are like, okay, we're confused and Mark Golding was wrong. It wasn't 6. Well, it was 6, but I guess nobody told him that 2 more was coming. And since Andrew know and him say Andrew Wallace know and him know say Andrew Wallace know, one heap of bangerang. Liz, what you have to say about this?
Good night, everybody. First of all, if we look at the old picture, the old Trump picture, there are situations because of the characters that has now boldly invaded the politics. The Integrity Commission is a body that has the job to look at the performance of all public servants. And what I see happening is that the Integrity Commission has now entrenched itself in a political game, which is very, very unfortunate. That body should be doing thorough investigations of, as I said, public servants. Then an arm of it that was established. The next job is when they have completed, well done their job of investigation, then they are supposed to hand the file or files to the prosecutor general. What is happening? The IC is caught in a political mudslide. And here we have them saying first 13, then it was, you hear screams of 6, then you hear screams of 8, then who was screaming 6 is saying, one of 2 of my rights members are involved. So what is needed now urgently is for the Integrity Commission to come to the nation and say, listen, from now, we are going to operate in this manner in the national interest. We are a commission of the Parliament of Jamaica. Therefore, no longer will we do public statements on how many persons or how many public servants, which include permanent secretaries, members of Parliament, the Senate, police, you name it, public servants. We are no longer going to be issuing any statement on the work we are doing. What we will do as of now, we will thoroughly investigate every single person that we are supposed to investigate, and based on the findings, we will hand the file to the prosecutor general.
You know, he said the Integrity Commission should have separate prosecutorial and arrest power. You know, so I've been saying that for a long time, you know, so them not have enough power. First of all, they can't come talk in public, because they must have gag, and then can't lock up nobody, then can't prosecute nobody. Them should be a separate body that is higher than the Parliament, with their own prosecutor and their own police, figure lock up people and them something there. Me don't understand this.
They do have that body. There is somebody in there that is a prosecutor general. They don't have to come to the public space and be creating, because they are now being dragged into a PMP a rise JLP situation, and it is undermining the effectiveness of the Integrity Commission, because Integrity Commission, is part of your credit ratings as a public servant. It argues well for your credit rating. Therefore, there's a prosecutor general, and I do not understand why they are not doing the job the correct manner in which, because the persons on the Integrity Commission are highly Jamaican and high esteemed. Justice Panton, right?
Yes.
The Auditor General, hybrid quality, Christie, I don't know everybody's name, but I am saying they have not allowed themselves to be dragged into a mudslinging.
Yes.
Peter Bunting first attacked them. I am not going to sign this report unless you make changes. Right there and then, it was the job of the Integrity Commission to hand that file of his to the Prosecutor General.
What do you think about the tabling of these reports? Do you think that they should be doing that in Parliament? Because let us say that you have parliamentarians who are in there, right? And they have found that those parliamentarians are in problem and them somebody. You feel like it's appropriate for them to be sending this to Parliament to get to me don't understand what kind of process that. It's supposed to be a separate body. Them not supposed to touch it. The Parliament not supposed to touch no report. Them do their report. Whosoever come in problem have to be charged and whatsoever are, if they don't declare what them supposed to declare in time or whatever, they handle that outside of the Parliament. It's supposed to be an independent body. That's why they might get dragged into politics, because you remember, the same loudmouth man, Mark Golden, they come out and come talk about you don't want to table the report because the six them in there. You remember? So you're not supposed to in a Parliament, none at all. This is ridiculous to me, this process.
It can come to the Parliament, but I am saying when the job is thoroughly investigated, right? For example, they investigated Peter Bunting earlier on. They found discrepancies. He refused to sign the report that they handed in.
What you call it? The Code of Conduct or something like so?
Right. No, that is a breach. So they have within the body of the Integrity Commission, there is an office called the Prosecutor General. All they should have done and did his file to the Prosecutor General, and then the Prosecutor General takes it from there. Then it comes to the Parliament to be tabled that this person inside the Senate will be prosecuted. But what they are doing is they are out there and they are playing a political game, and they are saying, we are going to investigate Ruby D, because Ruby D is having a $50 million account, cannot account for it. No, you investigate Ruby D, you find the seriousness of the investigation, and you hand it to the Prosecutor General that does exist and utilize that office. Then the Prosecutor General is responsible to give to the Parliament, because they are all commissioned of the Parliament, and say, we have preferred charges against Ruby D, who is member of Parliament for so and so. The case begins. That's all it needs. Mm-hmm. But they are dangerous game, a very dangerous game, and they are being dragged into, because they are being used, right? I heard you when I joined in, and you were talking about, I don't remember, but I joined it kind of because I didn't know, and I was watching the SP. The Integrity Commission is being used as a smoke screen for the illicit person who holds a dual citizen and is illicit in the fact that he should not be in the parliament, he should not be opposition leader, he should not be president of the People's National Party. That is a part of the purview of the Integrity Commission. And this person is now using this situation as a smoke screen to divert attention from his situation, which is he is in a illicit position. He's being paid 200 million. That is illicit gains because he has dual citizenship, which is illegal and illicit. And he has been using them 3 weeks ago, going into 4. He made an announcement at a NEC meeting. I will renounce. It has not been done. So the Integrity Commission must look into him. And that is why they must get themselves out of this mess that they have put themselves in. Do your investigation. Give the file to the Prosecutor General and let the Prosecutor General take it from there.
Mm.
Because you can't have this man playing hopscotch with our constitution, the politics of the country, the international reputation. He is an illicit 9 because he should not be there. He has to, I like when I read it, when I listened to Comrade Karen's presentation today and the details which she gave, a citizen, an ordinary citizen, took the elected senator in Australia named Hill to court because she was there illicitly, she was there illegally, and he took her to court and he won his case because the court said, yes, you had allegiance to England, and a day before the actual election was when you said you renounce, and the court does not recognize your renouncement. The same exact thing is happening in our parliament with the head of RISE, Mark Golding. He is illicit, and the IC Commission must investigate him.
Mark Golding, if an election should be called and Mark Golding goes into the election, he can be taken to court and put out even if he wins as Prime Minister, because right now, as things stand, while he is a dual citizen of England, he was not duly elected as a member of parliament or as opposition leader and even as president of the PNP. That's what they did over in Australia, That's why the whole of them have to resign from the parliament, And same thing over in the Caribbean island. Mark Golding and Julian and anybody else, no matter their political affiliation in the parliament, with dual citizenship, they have to all resign.
Right, and not because they are being paid by taxpayers illicitly.
Why are they? Wait then.
It is an unconstitutional situation, and instead of dealing with the matter, they are there making noise, going around, and I'm saying I see it is now it. That is not the point. The point is Mark Jefferson Golding, Julian Robinson, Samula. They are illicit. They are being paid by the taxpayers of this country. Therefore, they are collecting salaries by means of what's the term? It's a fraudulent situation.
And
so
in the Constitution, a section of the Constitution says that anybody who is collecting salary in there under false pretense with the dual allegiance, they are going to be fined $20 per day and they must pay it back. Why don't they resign? At that moment, when they going to do it? After election?
No, but they can't do it after election. Their position now, as it stands based on the Constitution and the constitutional matter, and the constitutionality of the matter, they must resign now, and they must not resign. For example, another situation has been happening outside of this because of this dual citizen and the corrupt parliament. That is, well, Dr. Phillips is not there, so he's excluded, and Lisa is hardly there, so she's excluded. But the corrupt parliament that is running the country now, they are sitting there. Matthew Samula has not been elected as MP for North East St. Anne. Oh, then that is another area that the Integrity Commission must look at.
He's appointed as senator, and by right, just like Mark Golding and Julian for resign, Samuda must resign and Andrew Holness must reappoint him. But none of them don't want to do the right thing. And right now, none of them have no credibility right now. When last you see you Graham in our parliament? That me they want to ask you.
No. All right, that is what I'm leading to. Hugh Graham was elected by the people. He was elected by the voters of North West St. Catherine. How then, and what's her name, Simit was elected in North East St. Anne. How then can these persons, non-elected by the voters in North East St. Anne and North West St. Catherine, the MPs are both absent? That is an illicit situation the IC must look at. They are being paid, but they are not doing the job they are being paid for. Then, of course, again, another fraud is emerging. How can these persons' constituency development funds or whatever money they are allocated being spent by persons not elected? How can you then tell the citizens of the country, don't thief? That's why the lady come make statement, say, I encourage people to run out in the hurricane and do what? Because they're not living in comfort. You see where the society has ascended to? Because there is too much fraud being created, too much. And the IC must take itself out of the play because your job is not just to do that. Your job is widespread. Integrity Commission. You must investigate MPs who are not present in their constituency, elected so by the people, and the money in their constituencies being spent by unelected persons.
I will leave illegal behavior go on, man.
Believe, and the citizens know you lock up man for pick some Aki up at the Aki tree up at King's House. And look at the criminality that is inside the parliament. Dr. Phillips and Lisa is exempt. Look at the criminality. Mark Golding should be told. Citizens, they like them know, you know. Them know. Somebody must challenge him.
Hey.
William said he's going to bring the policy paper to Parliament to deal with it. I haven't heard it yet.
Wow.
What is happening in this country?
It looks like everybody compromise.
Criminals are in charge.
They've become such a turn-off. They have become such a turn-off, these people.
There's a folk song that Jamaica has. Thief, take over town. Thief, take over town. It's a lovely folk song. I love the folk song. It is a serious matter, and that is why we understand the voters. The voters say, "Me nah vote for no thief. Me nah vote for no that. Me nah vote." The situation needs immediate rendering. Mark Golding must resign. No. Julian Robinson must resign. No. Samuda must resign from the Senate. No. And whosoever else is sitting there quietly, you must resign. No. And I think the voters in North East St. Anne and the voters in North West St. Catherine must go to the court and file against the sitting member of Parliament in both cases, because they are not doing the jobs you elected them to do. They are not representing. Graham should, I think there's a procedure that Graham
but look here.
Be paid because they have missed 3 consecutive or thereabout sitting of the Parliament. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if Simit is missing the sitting. But I know Graham, they are not to be paid. That's what the Constitution says. And their seat becomes vacant.
Them know them have to resign. They have to resign. Me don't know how this man. Me don't know how this man find the nerve to come run for leadership of the big opposition, major opposition party with no intention to renounce his dual allegiance. If pressure never come, and even when pressure come, him say, oh, me not follow no guy, me I say, what kind of style this? Down to the worst Rasta man. I mean, I talk down to Rasta man. Me just say, when me say worst Rasta man, I mean the most unconventional Rasta man in a Jamaica and carry himself like Mark Golding and deal with Jamaican people them weird. Eh? When come from? In can go England go talk to people, so him have to sir and mom them to death. But in a Jamaica, no guy. What the hell is this? This man sick my stomach, you know, me nah hide and tell you, know. The man sick my stomach, cause God no one so Jamaica. As some me know say no Jamaica raise him, no, cause any people were raised by Jamaican. You put on suit and tie, go in at the highest office in the land, in the parliament. You're supposed to have a certain decorum about you. Mark Golding no. Me say the one of the worst man them pan the corner rub out their hand niggle. Nah put on suit and contact like that and go on so and treat people like that. You know say a boot to them, yeah, man.
No, it is not just boot, it is criminal. It is criminal, it is unconstitutional what is happening in this country. And nobody is paying. And the so-called legal luminaries, them praise PJ Patterson. PJ Patterson said at UE that the man he said, JDF head, Chief Justice, the prominent secretaries, and I think one more. He named a few positions as example that cannot hold dual citizenship. If they do so, they are bordering on the case of treason. Treason in any country is a very serious charge. You are put to death. Why is Mark Golding still there in the parliament saying him and getting paid as opposition leader and ridiculing a commission of this country, the Integrity Commission, and they are playing in and falling, putting themselves in this mud pit, this abyss. Why is that happening to us as a country? All of those actions are illegal. Mark Golding should not be there.
Somebody in the comments say, Mark Golding doesn't sound like a bright man. And look here.
He's not.
How can Mark Golding be a bright man when he's a lawyer and him thinks him did legal in the parliament when every lawyer in a Jamaica, every black lawyer say the constitution is clear. Jamaica people don't know their right, you know. You see, if I did over in America, you think taxpayer would not pay them illegal people, you have to go sit down in a park. Me say, look here, you would have see demonstration for them come out there.
But it is not about demonstration only. It is about the fact that the government is abdicating their job. He is to be, Julian Robinson said, Matthew Samuda, they are to be removed. Go back to the trial of under Chief Justice Makala when she told Dabdu who was right and indebted to him alive. Why is he not bringing these cases now?
Oh, Dabdu?
Why is he not bringing? Yes, he's a man that has done good service in the case of dual citizenship.
Yeah, but look here.
Why is he not taking Mark Golding to court? Why is he not taking Julian Robinson? Why is he not taking the Matthew Samuda? Samuda says.
Well on the list. Well on the list.
Why is Samuda as a lawyer not filing against them? We need you to do that.
Well on the list. Guys, the people in the comments, we are talk like say, uno no want a body. The couple of people in the comments we are talk like say, uno want to call out Golding and Julian, but you don't want nobody to call out Samuda. Now make me black on the front half of this. When you go and read the Constitution does talk about members of Parliament. It talks about the Senate as well. Anybody who in the Senate, same thing applies. If them are representative of the people in the capacity of a member of Parliament, it also applies. More of us need to read more. The Constitution is clear and it does not give senators a pass. Anybody in the Senate with dual allegiance is the same treatment according to the Constitution. So please don't come over here, come talk like say, me don't know which allegiance you belong to over here, so. We not shield nobody and bias. Everybody the truth come down pan. I just saw the thing set. Only no have to come over here. So go on over which part them attack for one side or another. You understand? A justice we deal with over here, so.
Our country's future, President Biden tonight said it. It is not about my legacy. It is about the democracy. And our democracy is under serious threat from these people inside Ghana who are illicit and they should not be there. And Andrew Michael Holness, born in St. Catherine, him saying in one room, then him say two rooms, but it doesn't really matter. Him is the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the Minister of Defense. And I am so sorry because Jamaica lie a lot of money and they mash up the legal aid. Because me that take from my head, Andrew Holness is being derelict in duty in not enforcing the Constitution, the laws of the land.
Him support. Look here, Andrew Holness supposed to do it, or the attorney? No, the Attorney General of the country supposed to go put sit in a courthouse on them.
Yes, Attorney General and the Minister of Defense and the Minister of National Security, those three are responsible. Remember, Mark Golding had made a statement, an unconstitutional statement, and the Attorney General, I think the man who fought her, she was still at the time, said to him, we can charge you. You remember that incident there? He made a very statement.
Me not think of the Prime Minister supposed to carry this guy courthouse. Me think of the Attorney General. As you rightly say.
The Attorney General, the Solicitor General.
The Attorney General right now. The Attorney General right now did upon the Integrity Commission, don't it?
Yes.
So I him now, if we call him out, what's his name again?
I don't remember, But the situation is in dire straits, and they might take the ordinary people. The man I run around, and this tonight on the news, him come out, he might tell the government to go borrow, for take a loan, to deal with the repair.
Who said that?
Mark Golding.
Take loan from who? No money are not easy. Take loan from who?
We don't know Rotary Club, and him not supposed to be in there in the parliament getting any pay up. He is illicit.
But look here, Liz, you hear me talk already say. You hear me talk already say. The government of Jamaica, Prime Minister of Jamaica and him cabinet, them not take no talk from Mark Golding because I'm illegal in their parliament. They're not supposed to have no conversation with him.
But that make the country look messy and make it look like we are fried fish shop.
When time him stand up for talk, they must walk out from him. And if the opposition, Paul Will and the rest of them want to sit down with Mark Golding, that is their business. But in my view, I think the government side must go to parliament and conduct the people and business. And when Golding get up to talk at them, turn them back on him and not listen to him because he's not supposed to talk to them. Likewise, Julian not supposed to talk to them. Them don't legal in there.
No, they don't. But remember something else. There was a case when Andrew Holness as Prime Minister had Tufton, who was in the Senate, and him is ambassador or High Commissioner to Canada. Him father in politics and that. Anyhow, when he had those two, Amala who fought too, but I think she decided she was in the Senate, and they refused to sign this undated letter that he sent to them when they were being the CCJ was being discussed, right? And he threatened them in that letter. The two men, they must be commended. The two men at the time, Tufton and Williams, I think his name is, Senators Board, took Andrew Holness to court, constitutional court, and said, no, you can't dictate. You have appointed us to the Senate, but we are not your subject or your servant. You cannot dictate to us. We are senators, independent senators. And they took it to court and they won. That is another profound case to look at because they took it to court based on the constitutionality of his action.
You know, so me say, when George Wright beat him, woman, then
that
get up.
Constitution matter.
Literally, big up yourself for that comment there. That is where we stand over here. Look here, me telling you, me not care for, nobody will come over here call this. I don't care if you're PNP, JLP, or no P. What we deal with over here is fairness. And what is fairness, righteousness, and justice. None of one-sided thing. Because you see to our politics there right now. And some of my people, they want me see about them are representatives. They make it very hard for you to be on one side or the other. Remember me telling you that. That's why first and foremost, a Jamaica me deal with. Because some of them people are so real let down. Me I tell you no. Me see when George Wright beat him woman. And the opposition, after the government said them expel George Wright and him couldn't sit down with them anymore. And him go over up on the other side. Them get up and say there's a stranger in their house and Ray. Them with dual allegiance. Them is stranger in their house now too.
But yes, true. But not only that again, remember.
George Wright, me not support. Let me just for the record, let me just say this. I do not support what George Wright do. And to be honest, I wouldn't want to sit back in the parliament with George Wright at no point in time. Him could have married him wife 90-100 times. What happened is a very serious. Him could have killed a woman out there, or the woman could have killed all him to me not know. But we don't need that in our parliament, right? No.
No, that's cool.
Them the people they know, where them behave like say them have this moral authority. Remember, say the Integrity Commission, Liz, you remember this, you know, say the Integrity Commission say Ian Eels forget charged for corruption, you know. And yes. them have Ian Eels that are run for seat now. So who has any moral authority in the country?
Nobody. They might say a pure criminal that leaving out Lizzie and Dr. Phillips. A criminality around the country, too raw, brazen, barefaced criminal. Mark Golding put a team
wait
of
there.
We tell him, say, him to resign, him to leave, him to renounce.
Hold on there.
Remove Norman on, born in St. Elizabeth.
Liz, hold on. Let me answer the riser here in our comment. This riser here when you're Winston Brown. Winston says Siaga born in Boston. Yes, we know that Winston. Siaga also renounced him citizenship from America and him only left with a Jamaican citizenship. And no, Mark Golding, don't do that, Winston Brown. Go come off of this live and go tell Mark Golding, say, him is a dual citizen, he's not supposed to in the parliament if he resign. And when he get the renunciation paper from England, then him can come back and go run by election and come back. I mean, I know what the PNP are going to do with him them time there. But that is the procedure. Remember, you know, say, how much parliamentarian from the JLP side in the Carrigal Court? No, 5 of them. 7 of them, sorry. Yep. In 2007, all of the parliamentarian them from the government side now, where did Carrigal Court? All of them did have to resign from the parliament. Me wrong or me right?
You're right.
Because they were not duly elected at the time of their election because they had a dual allegiance. So the same thing applies now to Golden and Julian and anybody else that is in there. And according to the Constitution, even when you're in the Senate, so this applies now to Matthew Samuda. So them have to resign. They're not going to get away with it. Because if the other one them from the government side go through the same thing and the whole of them have to resign, them I want to resign too. Them have to resign.
Norman Horn had to resign. Sharon here website had to resign after Tritum and give up our seat. So they must leave. They must resign from the parliament entirely. And Mark Golding must resign from the People's National Party. The Constitution also tells you that it is illicit. And I do not understand this whole. You see, when fish come from
river bottom,
rock is true. And this is what we are being told as a country by this group of parliamentarians. And what is happening?
Hold on, moderator, take off that somebody when you Alibada Sarwe one him. Take out that somebody out I comment now, please and thanks. Take out that somebody out I comment. That person, you know, have no manners. And we not deal with dunce discourse over here. Civil discourse and decency. And anybody can come over here. You see a good way. I mean, you know, I mean, if you come on a platform here every day. Because some kind of people come over here can take up president. I mean, I know why. Because they should have known by now how we do things over here. Thank you, moderator. Sorry, Liz, go ahead.
Yeah. They looking at the situation. It is also now in the public space that Mark Golding has declared no assets in Jamaica, owning no assets in Jamaica. That again is a dangerous precedent and is the commission's job to look at this, because this here presented to them is another illicit situation. How can this man be holding public office, the second, third highest? Well, you usually look at opposition leader is going to be a future prime minister down the road. How then can he be holding this job of opposition leader, being paid $200 million by the taxpayers of this country, and yet he owns no assets in the country? He has no ties. All of his household has no ties. They are all holders of possibly British citizenship. How then can this man be allowed by the Integrity Commission?
There needs to be a petition. There needs to be a petition to the Attorney General in Jamaica. I don't see this Attorney General where them appoint.
Parliament, he has no ties here. So when we wake up one night, he can hear them gone.
I don't mean to say, wait, hold on. Stick up in right there, Solis. People. All who know over the other channel for hear everything what talk. Me can't talk everything for catch you up in about. When you come over there on the year sometime. But anyway, Mark Golding say when he was 14, through political violence in 79, his father sent him to go to England. Now, let me tell you something, so I want to mark my word. Sometimes countries have issues. And whether it be political flare up, like we want to see, going up a US capital and other places in the world, we want to see the French, them go on with themselves, over England, then go on sometime to protest and kind of sitting. You say if one political violence going on in Jamaica right now, Mark Golding not gonna lift up and left on down there, you know. Because him father don't show him already how him supposed to respond, right? When him in another man country and rare. You understand? It doesn't make sense to me though that a person would feel so scared for their kids in a foreign country. Because Mark Golding's father was in Jamaica working on behalf of England. So it's a foreign country. And him going to send him kid and him stay. So we have to say him feel comfortable, but him not feel comfortable having him kid there. So him send him to England because of political violence. So Mark Golding children live what them learn, you know. And if him father could have send him with them time there. Through political violence. You think if political violence flare up in Jamaica today, Mark Golding is going to stay at Jamaica? No, him take him flight and him gone. Because that him father teach him and that he learn. Any little thing we're not comfortable with, him going to lift up and leave. Andrew Wallace never have nowhere to go. So in 1979, Andrew mother couldn't send him go nowhere for flee political violence. He have to turn when they are uncomfortable. Allow me to tell this?
No, but not only that, Mark Golding also the only taxes is possible. He not pay income tax, he not pay property tax, he not pay. I don't know when buying food, me pay a little GCT. I don't know if I pay education tax. I don't know if I pay NIS. I don't know if I pay government. If I pay any pension tax, government salary, opposition leader. But as it seems now, I'm alleging that away from maybe buying something that has GCT on it, Mark Golding is not actually paying any taxes to the country. You see, me can't, this, you know, you must be commended for this program because some facts are coming, and listening also to Karen on her program and 411. People don't listen, wake up, sit up. The country is in a serious position. This man is contributing nothing to the tax net, the income tax net, the PAYE tax net, I don't know, well, possible. We can only say it's possible. He might pay some sort of housing trust, he might pay some sort of, because he's getting paid from the country, from the state as opposition leader, so they might draw them compulsory tax thing there. But other than that, the major taxes, he's not paying any. So, because him saying live in a rent house, so not paying a property tax. Oh, then can the country be, you be in your country? We went to the British and we said we want to be able to make a choice as to who we select. We go to the polls and vote for who is our local representative. And we won our independence in 1944. That's my humble opinion. Them give an official document, them saying a 62. Oh, then can this country resort and reverse itself? Because this is colonization, and the governor from England come down here and him living a easy life. That is Mark Golding. Almost governorship, him and live off away.
Look here, Mark Golding.
And him just say so.
It is important. It is important to understand that Mark Golding and his father both came to Jamaica and lived for free on what they call Crown land. Upper Mona and them eras there, the English people them said that it was for them land. Mark Golding them grew up there, so, and it is for them land so much so that when World War II did go on, the people them when them take from Gibraltar if you go seek refuge in Jamaica, then take all 1,500 of them and put up a Mona. So them take that for them English people. So Mark Golding is an extension of our colonial past. And I said Jamaica, PNP make Mark Golding come by the party and them come out opposition leader. Run them away, man. Run them away. You can't. Which party in Jamaica only ever say no leader of JLP or PNP come buy political party for $10 million and I can't tell the workers them say if you no elect me, I will give you no $10 million trust fund. You never see them damn sitting there going to Jamaica yet, man. You know say this a enslavement all over again, you know. This worse than slavery, you know.
Yes, it is, and that's why Big Stone he played the role the night on us Rona Arnegan with Big Stone end up sick and I get. But not only that, he has been is a serious charge in the United States, you know, when you lie to the feds or to the government or whatever, he can be charged. He has told the Jamaican people, workers of the People's National Party, 34,000 of them, that he will, first of all, he removed illicitly, who the founder, Norman Washington Manley. There is no co-founding with Norman. It was Norman Washington Manley. He removed them arbitrarily, unilaterally, illicitly, illegally. Then he lied that he was going to start some fund named after some man deported from Haiti. When, to our surprise, Beryl come, the PNP normally would be proactive 2 weeks before Beryl come, and PNP headquarters, 89 Olop Road, would be up and ready. He has now been going around the island begging people for generator, shoes, socks, satina milk, ray. And then this evening come tell the government, say, you have to go borrow. No, I am saying again, people wake up. The country is in a mess. The constitution is being usurped. The whole parliamentary position is being... We have a governor sent from England, born in England, sent down here from England, and he is living off the people and the PAYE salary thing. And nobody, the lawyer, them, the Bar Association must be looked at now. How is it that you are not doing your job, the legal aid people, the judges, nobody? This man must be removed. We don't live in a colony anymore. From 1944 till now, we have not been living in a colony.
Look here. Mark Golding still views Jamaica as a colony. Let me just tell you that. I listen to how him talk, you know. And when him talk about how great the Commonwealth is. The Commonwealth, not great about Commonwealth, because Commonwealth came about because of the colonization of Jamaica. So it might be great for people like Mark Golding. Look here, you see how one time some of them come and talk about Jamaica, about how Jamaica this and Jamaica that. Mark Golding talk out time mouth say, he has been a privileged son of the soil and how he make how much money at Jamaica and successful at Jamaica. So if Jamaica is such a bad country, what the hell are you doing down here? If Jamaica is a bad country, why are you in Jamaica talking down to the government, to the country and the functions of the country? Let me tell you something, Liz. Me will go back in our history now. The reason why England felt the need to go around and colonize countries, including America. But America stood up to them from early out because America said they're not deal with king and queen, right? America stood up and fight them and won. No. Me always go back to history and say, why is it that England felt the need to have these colonies? And when their people, and they send their people into these colonies, them go in there, them get land, them make how much money and all of them something there. So much so, them love all the weather, they don't want to go back to their own country. Mark Golding he still thinks that's his purpose in Jamaica, is to continue making money off of us and benefiting off of us. All this time in there, Jamaica, you know, see poor people problem. Even the very people them when represent. Yes, a storm come here. Did you see me in the hand again? I walk up and down and I give out the pick and I give out tissue, flashlight, look of food. You see my walk and give out anything. And then too long and then walk with. They're not business with black people. Look here, man. I will come out here, come turn Martin Luther King, none of the Maroons and everybody out here, you know.
No, not only that. He is Governor Golding, sent from England, his barnland, to be governor of the island called Jamaica. It's a colony and he's governor. That's why now have no.
You know what I'm glad for?
Because that is, you know, so them find you body.
Me know me here today so them find him down at Petrojan. Cause when they say them find him at Portland this, may I ask people say, how is it that the gully, how the gully connected to Portland this? That can't right.
No, well, the current pull you. Remember, so the current, the little girl that their family can go kill the day after the Thursday. Is the current pull her away and then never find she. But you know, the focus. There are some persons, cousins in the PNP is a lawyer. Anthony Hilton is a lawyer. Paul Well is a lawyer, and it is horrific. That these lawyers inside the PNP, then you had KD Knight, PJ Patts himself.
Liz, me no want you not about KD and them people then.
And nobody is using the Constitution to tell this man, look, you are not governor, you need to resign and resign. No, NOW. Not when you feel, because 3 weeks ago, him got the thing, they go con them again, you know. Yeah, man, I don't want to hurt that party again, him say. We don't want to hurt the party. So, I go do it. And that is lip service. And that is a con.
Liz, right? Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? Huh? You see that NEC meeting they with them keep with you? Like said, they made a bring Mark before tribunal and try. The NEC cannot talk to Mark Golding. Them consider himself above the NEC. Them cannot dictate to him. So you see when him go there, because the meeting was supposed to really be about his future and his dual allegiance with him saying, now let go offer. Now when he got to the meeting and he decided at that time, for some reason, he decided say him need to renounce. I know the NEC tell him say him had to. Yeah, they might have pressure him, but the kind of person where him is and the kind of person where him portray himself to be, him think him higher than the black people in the country because when him come to Jamaica and when parents also teach him political war go on. Send him where England. And him come back and him come to Jamaica, him and him family them come to free land, free housing. You understand? That is the situation.
And the free money.
And free money. So when they see them a come now and use them out to bring down the country, when them take platform the first day, they say them a leader, the first thing will come out of their mouth is Jamaica, our comrades, are when we call them. I am a privileged son of the soil. Privileged son of the soil. I have been very successful. And Ray. So Walande. Nothing wrong with the country then if you so privileged or successful around here. Eh? Something wrong with the country is if he's successful and privileged.
Then that's why the governor don't want to leave and the governor make sure him not own nothing. Yes, when anything happens, him just fly out and him and him whole family all in British citizenship.
I never see something so damn offensive in my life. Me lose off. Let me tell you something, man. You can't blame Jamaica for this doing now. Because Anna Jamaica put him there. You have to blame the PNP. And the PNP you have to blame.
Yes, I blame the PNP because the people, the everyday voters are being taken for granted. It's as if them are saying, sure, we can do anything, we can say anything, we can have anyway, we can them vote again. All they need to do is call them and give them a 5,000 or 2,000. Maybe them are going to continue and them are going to get to it and them are take the voters for granted. Say they are ignorant people. But the voters are waking up. The voters have listened. And you know something? I am not a Christian, that person will never be. But God, we use phone Christian term. God made this all happening. Natalie, Karen, Michelle, and the other rest of persons behind the scene. These programs have evolved. It's a revolution time. And your program, Michelle program, and Karen program are products of what is happening in the PNP because of the action that the PNP has taken to install a governor in the PNP who say Jamaica a female place. There's a video with him and PJ participating dance. You know what the song was playing? He might tell the Jamaican people, they come remember when somebody said, he might look for away and say, shut on them out, keep on them out. And if you know, my train gone already, and if you know I'm coming in and not doing, and then my play, him and PJ dance to the song. You know what the song was? Tell him and tell you say we are that, you know. For them a dirty bang, them a dirty bang.
Whoa, guys, when you hit the like button, you hear Lisa sick dirty bungalow. No, sir. Oh, Jesus. Mr. Jamaica. When me think say Jamaica, Liz, tell the truth. I don't know if this offended, but me feel highly offensive. When me think say Jamaica, I go stand up now with their own other state and say them a go republic. You understand? We not feel no malice with England, you know. The past is the past, our history is history. And there's not a damn thing we can do to change it. But the fact of the matter is, this is the time when we're supposed to look at our country, look at our symbols, look at our flag, look at our leaders and say, yes, the whole away at Jamaica. Right? And at this time, when we are supposed to be focusing on becoming a republic and them sitting there, this Englishman, where was find the slave papers, I hope I have some show the slave papers, me not remember. But in mother side of family, they made one, almost a 38 slave at Jamaica. I mean, I argue with nobody about that because that was well researched. And we found the slave papers where they claim the slaves and got money in England. No, at this time now, when we have this constitutional reform and trying to do what is right and what even PG suggested, Mark Golden are gonna come snag Jamaica's republic, and then now boom, him going at the race, go run against Lisa with dual citizenship. Come now, deceive the whole of the leader them we never know. You know, since a PG not go near him from them time there. As a matter of fact, from the homicide of Melissa and all who did there the crime scene and don't come talk, say them did it. From that, PG sideline and all of them, PG not in and out with them. He does not want to be seen with them. He does not want to be seen around them. You see, PG asked for the symposium at UWI recently. And PJ never really talk like say. PJ never really talk from a political standpoint. He dealt solely with the Constitution. From them did a something here to Melissa. PJ not in a nothing with none of them. But when people were trying to tell them from them time, they say, you have to be careful of them people, they're not good. And it's like say, too late shall be their crime, and may I tell you.
It is already, but it as far
Jamaica
as
411 say 50 slaves. Thank you, Jamaica 41. Jamaica 411 say 50 slaves. I say 38. Sorry, I look on the wrong number.
Exactly. It's all right. It's human to err. But the thing is, the blatant disrespect and disregard for the Jamaica's constitution, the PNP constitution, the Jamaica constitution, and the country as a whole. You know, a stage is being set. A very dangerous stage is being set.
Mm-hmm.
I have said it more than once. I'm going to say it again. Them show you that night after the election. Last Wednesday.
And as they talk about election, when you think it can't get no worse, them come with the election denial. Remember, the local government election. The people them get so desperate. As some know say them kill Melissa and cover it up, you know. The people them get so desperate. That's them sister an election run. Them sister the EOJ, them do what them supposed to do and come tell the country what them supposed to tell them. And them are gonna come with for them kind of different style of politics and come tell the people them say them win election. When we looking at international paper, breaking news, both leaders of Jamaica claim victory in the local government election. We never see this in our history, you know. And them are wicked people that can do them something, you know.
Yes, but not only that, the Governor Golden took on my name is too sorry, them took on a journalist called Diane Jackson Miller and wanted her to report it falsely that they won, and she stood her ground.
Yes,
and said, no,
she did.
You didn't win. And then she turned around and joined them and want to attack Jamaicans who doing the right thing in the interest of 3 young ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing, as I said, there's a carol, there's a Jamaican folk song, thief, 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 take over town, and if we don't do something, and the people them now wake up and join us, the revolutionaries, the progressives, and start do something about it, we are going to be, as one man say, it's not an easy road. Many see the glamour and the glitter and them think are better roses. Who feels it knows. So people, me a beg you know, wake up and take on the country and the situation serious. Because 3 weeks ago, this man go our NEC meeting, condemn, he no start, not him have no intention, because Ronnie Dyson's song say, one man band plays on alone. But me change it and say, oh, the con man band plays on alone.
Hey, me mama, where you say the con man band?
Yeah.
No, sir, this is not real. Listen, me ask you one final question before you go in.
Yeah.
Jamaica politics needs a reset. What do you think?
Well, in terms of how, what are you saying?
Well, the political climate to me is one that has become too dangerous and it's not comfortable. You understand? When we say, you know, the things that they say, how they lie, how they defame people, how they go on platforms and call up people's name and say just about anything, have no regard for truth. They become election deniers. They are there without regard for our constitution, which tells them that they are illegal in our parliament, but they have no respect for anything in our country called rules and regulation. The first time I saw that was when Mark Golding called the parliamentarians little boy, and the woman that was there, the ombudsman, she said to him that what you did was wrong. and you should apologize and must pay one fine. You see, from Mark Golding tell that woman the same now pay no fine and him now apologize, the woman resigned from them time there. And you see, from then, everything in our politics started to go downhill. Nobody don't respect nothing again. When you have decency, decorum, respecting each other, even when you disagree, nobody no business with that again. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting have brought this style of politics in Jamaica where, remember me talk it over here, and me talk it already and I'm going to talk it again. You see like how Melissa did and then cover it up, more people are dead, you know. Remember me talk it, you know.
Yes, but listen, that doesn't come selectively, you know. That is there. You were born from the womb to the tomb. And
Liz, I think you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. This politics that Bunting and Golding are running, I am saying to you with certainty that if they are not stopped, and if more people not come out and start talk out against them, which enough people are doing it, and I'm glad to see it, and I am one of those people, and I don't make no apology for that. But if they continue the way that they are, you know what's going to happen? It's going to get to a point where they're so desperate for power that they, just like how they will cover murder and them sin. They say Bunting wife. The police tell her to contact to them about Melissa murder, and the girl say she nah go. Yeah, me I say to you. Mark Golding come tell the country say Melissa died and spoke as if it was natural cause, to give the appearance that there was nothing criminal, and we hear say a gunshot. So them people here, they're so desperate. I mean, I tell you, say more people are dead because them now make nothing stop them. Them not care if it's right or it's wrong. They don't care.
Yeah, I hear you, but in the face of that, the only thing to fear is fear itself. And I don't think because you don't know how powerful and impactful you are. I went with my sister last week, Saturday or Friday, but we're doing that for heavy to the doctor up in Barbican Heights. I went with her to a doctor. And I was sitting outside in the passage waiting for her, and a lady came and sat beside me, and she asked me the tube and my hand is there. Am I part? And I said, yes. And you know what she said to me? She said, come hell or high water, there is going to be a political change in this country. And I said, yes, but when you're talking, you have to clean up the PMP because we have a governor there, and we don't want this governor. And listen, we started conversation. Your program, Natalie, Michelle, and Karen, the impact your program is having, we cannot afford for you to surrender the space and give up. What I agree, because the whole arena danger, but this didn't just happen. It is the force of Mother Nature that pulls us out because she see the need. The people need you. The people need the guidance because you have a thing where you show again tonight. The taxi man sitting in the lady lap, dangerous. And one of the things I would like to adopt, rather than don't give him no more taxi because him can get somebody will give him car and him out there drive. One of the things they do in England with people like those is photograph is put up everywhere across the country. When football fans are hooligans, they put up in the bus, in the train, bicycle, taxi, them photograph is placed so them can move out of the country where the team where them cheer for them can't come out. Well, those are the things that we need to have happening. This taxi man picture must be put up all over the country so that nobody not even a car for drive again. And the woman who is a passenger who facilitated that dangerous situation, her picture must also be posted.
Yes, I think the taxi man they forgot find one other work for do. Him cannot be in any job where him in charge of people life and them him too reckless. You understand? And there something is wrong with him head. Him can't write in him head. No matter the apology. What kind of person think about doing something like that? Yeah, drive a taxi. You know, say Liz, before my dog did, my dog used to have one habit, you see? Anytime I drive, him used to like one sit down on my lap. And you see if nobody come in on my car and come sit down on the front seat, The dog was so out of order. Him go sit down upon the lap. You see, if you come in my car, whether him know you or him don't know you, him just come sit down upon your lap because him alone want to sit down upon the front seat of the car. So him always have a habit where when me I drive, him want to sit down in my lap. Him want up front every time. You understand? And one day I was driving and the damn dog let me almost run off of the road. When you're I block my vision and also I block my hand from touching me need for touch for drive properly. So when that man now is going to bring a passenger in the driver's seat, suppose the woman the start of all a seizure or fits while in my drive. Right. You know what happened right there, so?
All right.
I know somebody that was seeing, man. And everybody just sit down in the taxi and them gone see him here with him.
Like them life not important.
No, man, we have to do better.
And more than much more.
But
we need to deal with the situation now. It is a case of SOS in the politics and the PNP. Mm-hmm. They need PJ talk, he need to act because he grew up with Violet Nielsen and he didn't go around there in life and living color. So and I don't accept him hiding away from the man. The police need to do their job. This man came out, the governor, because that me I call him now, Governor Golden came out, made a statement that if me or you or any average citizen, they'd say, Melissa died, made a public statement. Melissa died in her sleep of natural causes. When the autopsy gave the information that it is, they would have find we had and tear it down.
Lord, Liz, don't minimize it. Me and you, I will come talk that has something different happen. Look here, alone jail also gone long time, and I wait for trial right now, right? I cannot charge you that the power from obstruction of justice to covering up all sort of charge. Okay. And if Mark Golding did do that in England, and them who come talk about a little bit of blood, all of them would have been in the custody of the police as suspect. You understand? So yes, we need to get rid of this something here in Jamaica where we have a plantation mentality where people in a certain position and you find the fringe elements of society, they try to latch on to them because they can get away with stuff. Like the little bit of blood where you're reading right there, so them they try to latch on to these people because they think that if they do, there's some kind of protection. It's the same scenario with the indoor slaves and the outdoor slaves. The one them were inside, we think them inside of the house. The one them outside, them want to go in. So then we do just about anything.
But listen, there was an MP in one of the Tory and mayor in take the government debit card or credit card and giving girlfriend, not him wife, and giving girlfriend for to buy some small minority present after the government card as a government minister, MP and minister in England. The man had to resign. So this magnitude of constitutional breaches and the illicitness of this Governor Mark Golding, self-appointed. I don't understand the PMP legal minds and what they are doing to the Constitution. And don't be surprised, Marcus, I have predicted it. If the people don't get up sometime and start a serious uprising going to take place, because you talk good programs and nobody not paying no mind, and all of it should not be there. And we are demanding him resign and resign. No, he must resign. No, because he's illegal and him to pay back every cent. When you get him to pay back all right, $20 a day, him to pay back all right and pay back the fine and pay the fine too.
The people them don't do the maths already. They say my goal in the country at the time when the maths was done, $124,000 according to the Constitution. But anyway, Liz, make we talk again one at a time.
Thank you for having me and good night, everybody. But please take on the country and the country future serious.
Yes, thank you so much. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Any law them make, can be challenged in court because they are illicit and illegal.
True. Agree.
Yeah.
Them not talk for the people because them in the illegal.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. No.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, guys. So me go answer Grace's question before logging off. Grace say, good night, Grace. Thank you for joining. Grace say if me think say Biden will step down because Obama came out to say Biden is to step down. Well, I don't think Obama directly said that. I think there are talks that Obama had private discussions with the former speaker, Nancy Pelosi, and a longtime Biden supporter and actor, George Clooney, who publicly said that he loves Biden and he supports Biden, but after watching certain things, him feel like Biden must step down, and people are getting all nervous after that debate performance. I did not see the debate performance. I did not watch it. I heard some things and it make me feel comfortable for watch. So me no bother watch it. But guys, Miss Grace, to tell you the truth, I think Biden is gonna end up having to step down because just like Jamaica, the United States, let me see, Jamaica is 1 year away from an election general, and the US, we vote in November of this year. So there's a little time because the Democratic Party is in a situation where them still have a momentum over the Republicans because they decided to make Donald Trump still have them party in a chokehold like what you see happening now with the PNP. So him gonna have to step down. He doesn't want to. And I think he had, you know what's sad about it? I think Biden has good intentions for America and everything like that. You understand? Me personally, me don't really have no problem with America, you know. Me I do what me I do and life is good. So I don't really have any complaint about him being president. Nothing significant has changed in a negative way from me personally, right? So if him stay there and him okay to me, I would go cast a vote for him. And definitely, me can't bother with Trump again. We don't need that again. But yes, I think he's gonna have to step down. The people them who are speaking and raising concerns. We're talking about George Clooney, who raised some $30 million for, I think the Democratic Party and Biden's campaign and all that kind of stuff. People of influence who are speaking. I think today, them play one sit and say, in call the Ukrainian President Putin. No, that could have been an accident because, guys, sometimes I never remember my picnic name, I call her Gal. When me can't remember her name, like me I shout and can't remember her name. Me say, Gal, come here. Nobody not perfect. Sometimes we'll forget things. I won't mind too much things that I won't mind. You understand? We don't remember certain things. That could have been an innocent mistake. But when I look at as somebody in the medical field, when I look at Joe Biden, the way that he walks, that alone raises my concern because I think that he could have a fall any day. Him not steady upon him foot like before. That I first thing. The way that he speaks, nowadays me notice say him a look on flashcards when he's talking. Like today, I was looking at him and he was looking down at flashcards. When he spoke at the NATO meeting, he was glued to the teleprompter. And it's just the process of life. Some people age okay, Because you have some people out there who are like 85 and sharp, You understand? But I know everybody I got age that way there. Sometimes you're there, they do good, and by the time you hit 80, suddenly it come like say you're 85. You just start really get old, and old age just start show up on you. I just saw it go. But sometimes you have people who are aging, and especially men. If you want to see what I'm talking about here, it's about You want to take away somebody's independence or make them feel that you're taking away their independence when they are becoming elderly. It's the worst thing that you could ever see. I have seen people who have grown old and them live by themselves. Them have a fall at home. Them in at the hospital. Them daughter and their son and them picnic go look for them and say, Mom, we can't let you stay home by yourself anymore. You have to, you know, we have to decide on what we're gonna do because we don't want you to fall again, and you can't stay by yourself anymore. And missy parents hate them kids for that. Because the picnic them sell the house, them put them in an apartment complex or them put them in an assisted living facility so that they're safe. But naturally, as human beings, no matter how old we get, we don't want nobody can take away independence, take away off our job, and them something they can make us feel like something wrong with we are. We might even get in denial that we're fine. But when you look at it, it's not so. You understand? So I think that's what Joe Biden is dealing with. He probably thinks he's still, he's still able and he's still capable. And I don't think his wife can tell him that he's not because he's a male. You understand? But me sorry for say it, but tomorrow morning, if me have to vote tomorrow, me da have to cast a vote for him. But me don't have to vote like that. Him is not the same person that served with Obama. Him is not even the same person that he was last year. There's been a decline and I can see it. And a lot of people can see it. My grandmother is 103 and she's good as ever. Yeah. Everybody age different. The kind of job where Joe Biden has to do, you have to be agile. You have to be sharp. You have to be on your toes. You understand? And he's not up for the task anymore. And to me, it not really have nothing to do with him age, because I tell you, I have seen people who are 85 can talk fluently. Them not forget nothing. Them have a good memory, short-term or long-term memory. Them walk steady and them something there. So to be honest, it really depends. But I'm watching, and what I'm seeing is a president who has declined. And it's sad because I like Joe, and me not really want to see him leave him work like that, guys. You understand? Because if him have to leave, then the Democrats are going to huddle up now and figure out if the vice president have to go up there or whatsoever. But if the Democrats are not careful, this are going to make them lose, Because, and I said, the more people are going to vote for Donald Trump, more people are not going to vote because the Democrats are odious. And if them keep on with a odious something there, then people are going to just get fed up and not bother with nothing and not bother go vote nothing. Me can't take that the chance there. Me forgot they go vote November because Donald Trump attack like same is much younger than Biden. Him about 2 years younger. But you see him age different. Him still walk strong. Him still can speak all right, even though we know same in him head something mixed up in there. But he age is a bit different. Although you may see Donald Trump next year and him a walk and a hobble. Cause so the aging process go. One moment you're up and running and it's like say you're on steroid. And then age just decides to, just remind you, where you are in life. So that is the situation. I think him going to have to step down. Him off it. Him have to. And it's not going to get any better, unfortunately. If he run, I doubt he will win. I'm going to vote too, but the shaking is kind of scary. Yeah. And, boy, sometimes life does that, Him trying to give the appearance that everything is fine. And he might even ever see what we see. And the mind can play tricks on people like that. They now see what you are say. Yeah, man, there's a decline, and we all see it. At 103, she knows everything and remember things from 96 years ago or longer, and she knows what is going on now. That's good. 103. God bless her. I would love to see Kamala Harris. Yeah, anybody will come forward now. That's all right, you know. We can't deal with Trump again. Because the decision, if Obama, if Biden stayed here, you're going to have to make a decision between, I don't know what to call Trump. He's just unfit. And with Biden now, he's basically dependent on the people him around him. Me feel sorry for him. Me feel sad for him. God have mercy. He is 84 and no one actually believe. Oh, okay. Yes, some people age throughout their 80s, them strong walk, strong same way, and them something there. You know? Me not a problem with Kamala Harris. She's good. I have no problem whatsoever with her. No problem. But somebody must can tell Joe. Somebody must can tell him. Him son were dead and gone. I think that Sunday would have been the guy who he would have really listened to, you know? Him have a son right now with some problems. But the one that died of brain cancer, he would have been the one to talk some sense and he would have listened to that Sunday. But and then they chump him not have no sense of decency. When him say him attack all the man this and the man that and attack, boy, Jesus. Cause him no better. And even when the president slows down, and even when him stutter, and even when him forgetful, him is still a more decent human being than Donald Trump. But nobody no want get up out of them bed for go vote under them the circumstance. So that are the thing, you know. One thing I notice about female and male politicians. You see a female politician, you know, two have to tell them when to leave, you know. They know when to leave, you know. Or which prime minister over? There was a president, over in Europe, a female that resigned. Yeah, she did good in the pandemic too, you know. Australia? I think Australia. Yeah, but she resigned. But when the man them fi resign, and when the man them not perform, and when people are called for them go on, it's like say them feel entitled for their ego. What is wrong with people? It's the same thing with Mark Golding, you know. Wanna notice that wanna not see the PNP base? Wanna not see the PNP base? PNP not a base right now. They have no base whatsoever. And that is all because of Mark Golding. Because people, I just true Jamaica people, them are some polite people. And certain things, Jamaica people, them not gonna really say to your face. You know, unless you piss them off. Because we are polite people. So certain things we will maybe say in our house or, you know, whisper to a friend, but certain things we just not gonna talk to make people feel away. But the PNP base has largely disappeared since Mark Golding come about the place. I know him can't see it. I know Bunting them can't see it. I know Dayton Campbell them can't see it. But Mark Golding would have rather run with the PNP base And him and Dayton Campbell alone in the party and Bunting. That for do the right thing. And that's why most people that I've talked to and the comments I've seen on social media, they all feel that the government is going to win back. That's what a lot of people are saying. But I don't know, guys. I have not made that pronouncement here. I have not, but I've talked to people. When you hear me talk to Liz, and Liz say, Mark Gordon cannot win no election in Jamaica. A lot of people say that. And a lot of the JLP has lost some of their base too, you know. They have. And anybody who would say otherwise, they are not being objective. They've lost some of their base as well. But the ones who are still with them, they still feel good about, you know, their party and the direction of the country and everything. So I just saw the thing go. Right? Over here, so we want to see Jamaica do well. We're not in a day. I have to tell one man this today. We're not in a day. We're not in a tear down. We're not in a tear down regime. You see the tear down regime and the regime will walk and tell be a lie. I don't care what they say, I don't care about their credibility. Because when you start walk and tell lie, your credibility gone when people catch you, you know. But them are people they don't care about credibility. So anybody that is there as Prime Minister of the country, I am not going to be like those people and the risers and couple of them who see on social media. So get up every day. I join up and I beat down the government and the Prime Minister. Me not going to do that. I want to see Jamaica succeed. And if the Prime Minister fail, the country fail. So I'm not going to do that. But that not means say, if the government is doing wrong, I'm not going to talk. I go talk. Same goes for the opposition. That is how my mind works. And that is what I promote on this platform. Right? And this is why people like Liz is welcome over here anytime, because Liz, as a member of the PNP, 40 at 50 at 60 at years now. I don't mean that literally. I just tell you say a long time. Liz been a member of the PNP and Liz can talk publicly. So I don't support this PNP that I voted for every time. You have to respect people like Liz because she has seen it all. She knows the politics and them something there. Right? And although me and her not always agree on everything, but I have to give her respect and for her honesty. Because for as long as she been a member of the PNP, she could have been a tribalist and still a go along with them here. And still a go along with the foolishness. And she said, no, this is not the PNP that I signed up to decades ago. No, I have never seen this before. This is alien. This is foreign to me. And I don't support this. So we have to respect Liz over here, so. And anybody will feel the same way, that are like-minded, right? Anyway, for those of you who are not over at the university, Jamaica Politics University, please come over there and subscribe. Please subscribe over here if you haven't already. Thank you, Andrew. It was the New Zealand Prime Minister, the female who resigned. Thank you so much, Irving, and everybody. Yeah, man. If you're not subscribed, guys, please do so. I'm gonna be over on this channel a little more often, or at least try to balance, you know. Maybe we can do the live over here, so, and over the university do the video uploads, but I feel like I need to be more active over here. And so just make sure you subscribe to both so you don't miss anything. Because you know, so when you come over here, so you get quality content, you get real reasoning, you get balanced reasoning, and you get the truth. So make sure so you subscribe to the channel, them and share the content. You understand? Because we live in a time now, and this again with Jamaica, and the politics, the disinformation, and the back the government 110%. right, in putting laws in place or enforcing them, you understand, to stop the disinformation in the country. Disinformation is not funny. It is not something that you should just, ignore. It can cost people their lives. It can cause people their safety, risk their safety. It's not funny. Many countries, including some first world, so-called first world, China, America, some over Europe, these countries, I can tell you 17 countries that I've found that have implemented. I mean, nah, beg over here. Thank you for the reminder. When I come over here, stress out, enough channel you can go over there, go sit down and watch nothing, because they want house and land and carry everything from you. So make sure you subscribe and hit the like button over here, please and thanks. Yeah, guys, so Jamaica wouldn't be the first country to enforce laws against disinformation. It is a very dangerous thing with the invention of social media and the internet. The government should have do that long time. You understand? So I support them, and it not nothing to do with no free speech. You have the local liar them who walk and try to make it seem like, say, the government want to take away free speech from bloggers. It is not about free speech. Free speech is free speech, and disinformation is lies, deliberate lies, which is done to confuse people, to create mayhem, and them something there. I am all for it. You know why? When we see members of the political directorate, for example, Ian Ailes, go down a Westmoreland, go video the small businessman and his wife property, I accuse them of getting drums from government and politician. Them time they not go so. People are threatening the people them scared. Them have to use social media come ball out for their right and say, Ian Ailes, you're wrong. And they should have sue him. Set up the people them life or take video with them property, putting on social media and saying those things. So when you have that, people are doing those things. It is not cute anymore. It's not funny anymore. It's not about freedom of speech. It's about responsibility. You go to China and do something like that, a hanging tree, they not play over there, so. So, that is the situation, guys. Anyway, I thank you all for joining. Thank you for participating. Always appreciate your presence and them something there, guys. If them ask for house and land over pay channel, just buy them a huge umbrella. Lord Jesus. We use a platform to inform and to help highlight things that needs to be highlighted. Right? Yes, Mr. Hendricks, Vision 2030. But make we talk again, guys. We'll catch up. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Take care.